Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you on, Sped. We have the first set of our bracket stage matches today. This is the round of 32, or not 32, 24. I apologize. Usually it's the round of 32, but we had 40 players starting out this cup. 2/5 of those got eliminated during the group stage, and now we have the round of 24. This means that anyone who got first in the group gets a bye to the round of 16. So, by definition, these players, maybe having a rough group or had a really tough group, as is in Miniorek's case. Miniorek had a group with both Pofke and Yeesh in it. So, very, very strong group there.
Yep, absolutely. So this being the bracket stage, what's the difference as far as the setup goes and the rules go from the group stages
Yes,
that we're going to be
so
seeing today?
the draft kind of format is the same. However, there are different venue pools this time around. We have we have four different pools as we had in the group stage, but they are now different. We have Modern Madness, which is Modern, High Rise 3 of 6, Courtyard 3 of 7, and Pub 3 of 7. Those are the Snipercade variants, so, more modern stuff. You have the Comfy Classics, which is Ballroom, Courtyard 4 of 7, Veranda, and Balcony. We have the Swap Block, which is Library 5 of 8, Gallery 4 of 8, Tagan, and Aquarium. And we have Taking Shots, which is Redwoods, Terrace 3 of 7, Pub 3 of 7, and Aquarium, again, 4 of 8.
Awesome.
In this draft between Miniorek and Guggie, we have Miniorek picking Taking Shots, while Guggie picks Modern Madness. Miniorek banning the Courtyard 3 of 7, the Snipercade Courtyard variant, and Guggie banning Aquarium from Taking Shots. So we are going to start out on Redwoods, part of the Taking Shots venue set, with Guggie on the spy side as Irish here. And let's get right into it. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Well, a little bit of stutter there at the beginning, but it's fine. It's chaos. So this being bracket, of course, there's no ties either, right? So we're playing to a win, and that includes overtime.
Yes. It's possible to have overtime. What an overtime means is if you get to 6-6, as there are 6 venues selected and you play each one twice, once on Spy, once on Sniper. If you get the 6-6, and that would be a tie in the group stage. However, here we need a decisive result, so we have overtime. Each player picks a venue from the set that they picked, and then you will play a total of 2 games on each of those venues for another 4 games. If the score is still tied after those, then you go into Balcony. You just play that infinitely until someone sweeps. It's like tennis rules. It's at that point.
Well, meanwhile, in our current game number 1 of this set, we picked up a highlight there immediately after a little weird stutter step in our path. And
Banana bread.
that was also coming off of a statue, but we're going to split here after a YPB as well.
It looks like we're trying to frame General.
Yeah, maybe. It feels like, though, that we're a huge suspect here in general, probably less so.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much we felt that highlight, but we do indeed take the list immediately. Miniorek does appear to have vision on it, and what's the reaction? An immediate shot.
Yeah, I think that the purloin there just confirmed the suspicions that Mini already had based on the pathing and some of the other actions that Guggie had been taking as spy here in this first game.
Yeah, and that means Miniorek is going to start off 1-0 on what is one of the more spy-favored venues we have in the game. So it's a good, kind of comfy place to be when you're about to spy on Redwoods and you already have your sniper win secured. Guggie, however, in a bit of a tougher spot. Of course, it's not anything decisive, just one game. But, if you prefer to be 1 point up rather than the person who has 0 points. Certainly.
Thank you. I appreciate that you're the John Madden of Spy Party.
Ouch. Ouch. Oh, no. I got that reference and I don't like it. Oh, Miniorek now on the spy side, playing as Rocker. Let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah. So I guess now's a good time here at the beginning, as Mini's just going to sort of idle here at the window pad for a bit. What do you think about how the playstyles of these two players match up? I think it's an interesting sort of clash of styles.
Yeah, I feel like we get some. Minorek's spy style to me is very much mostly standard with a healthy helping of cheese on occasion to try to really get those games through. And that can be quite strong because you have to play with a lot of diligence as sniper like you might normally, but then you have to deal with the random, stuff that Miniorek just might pull out of his pocket at any given time. Guggie is a bit more aggressive all around, I should think. Pretty happy to frame, actually, more specifically. Does enjoy getting snipers to shoot the wrong target. So we'll see if we get some of that, and if Miniorek will fall for it. Usually, Miniorek will shoot completions. So
Yeah, when I think of Miniorek, I generally think of him as definitely more of a camper-oriented sniper. Definitely one who, as he's gained more experience, has pulled more etiquette and things, and put that into his toolbox. But yeah, I agree that Miniorek is primarily a mission counter first, and while certainly capable of catching things like missed pads or weird paths, is generally not going to take a shot until that's confirmed.
yeah,
Very
bug on
nice
the way
bug
into
there walking in, by the
conversation.
way. The arm fully covered from the sniper's point of view.
Yeah, part of that is the fact that Guggie was kind of behind a tree on that angle. Part of it was that Taft is just a big, just big boned. Taft is pretty big boned, and that's why you see Taft being picked as the ambassador so often. Can cover up those bugs quite well.
Definitely true. And meanwhile, we have bug done, which looks like pretty cleanly. Oh no, we missed the pad though, going in. But I don't think it was seen. This is fine. We're fine.
Yeah, looks like
We're gonna pick up this drink.
Guggie was watching some statue visitors, and we're not one of the big suspects right now, so no punishment for that pad miss.
Nope. So now we have the drink in hand, and we have a few avenues to finish here. We have one inspect already, so one more statue visit could finish this. We have a purloin in pocket as well, and we still have a banana bread available to us as too. And if you look, even though we're down to a minute left, the spy win chance here is above 75%. Spies win from this position 3/4 of the time.
Yeah, the prediction tool is liking our spot, and largely because we have that bug without the requisite highlight to keep it kind of balanced. So there's no indication that the sniper has seen that. We do a sit break on the BB. We wanted to get a green test and sit BB there. Maybe thinking that we're a bigger suspect than we are, and indeed, an AI just gets shot.
Yeah, I mean, the purloin came off too as the banana bread went off. I think that was it was a fake, so that was definitely to cover up the purloin, I think. And it worked because I don't think Guggie had any awareness whatsoever that the list even went missing.
Yeah, and yeah, the choice to try to go for the SIP BB is something that you do if you think you're a much bigger suspect than you are, I think. But again, because you're not that big of a suspect, it doesn't matter that that didn't work out for you. And we are going to go on into the next venue, which is Modern. This is Guggie's pick on Modern Madness. It's the 4 of 8 variant. We haven't used 5 of 8 Modern for a long time, so I don't know why I clarified that. But this one has been just widely popular compared to the 5 of 8, which was extremely sniper favored. The most sniper favored setup we had competitively in the game at any recent point in history.
Any of us who started playing around the Steam Early Access launch have our scars from 5 of 8 Modern. I can understand why this is something that you just haven't let go of yet.
I had a 100% sniper win rate on 5 of 8 Modern in SCL and most cups. I think I lost exactly once on 5 of 8 Modern. It was not easy.
Slightly sniper favored.
Slightly, just slightly.
But this is 4 of 8 Modern. We should get started here because we don't have all evening.
Yeah, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Alright, so Guggie in an early hole here. For a lot of players, this would kind of make them clam up, but knowing Guggie, I feel like this is just going to make him more aggressive rather than less.
Yeah.
I assume we'll leave here and go pick up this flirt momentarily.
Yeah, that's one of the big things is when you're down, or even, dare say, tilted, I don't think Guggie's there yet, by the way. I don't think Guggie's anywhere near tilted here. It's only 2 games, right? But when you're up against the wall, what does the spy do? Does it slow down? Do you just start rushing and say, you have to catch me now, and I'm going to throw it all against the wall and see if it sticks? I'm a fan of the latter, and Guggie definitely is too.
Guggie's a fan of the latter, pretty much regardless of the situation. But yes, definitely. Guggie definitely leans more towards team do stuff than team sit and wait for somebody else to get shot.
That is a long team name. I prefer the conciseness of team do stuff. We have quite a few highlights in this party that aren't us, largely for bar tracking, it appears, from Miniorek, so those will probably come down later on in this game. That said, we don't have too much progress, and if we go for this flirt, we are going to pick up one up for ourselves.
Yep, definitely. We should have time to get this off, I think. Let's see. Oh, no, unfortunately we bailed Guggie with a camera shake to show his displeasure. He's going to have to satisfy himself with just a drink here instead.
Are we going to get away from this bar without a highlight?
That would be huge, but no.
No. Miniorek just doesn't care to move his laser all that much.
Yep. So, anyway, let's reset. We have not much progress here for a minute and a half gone. We have a banana bread potentially going to come shortly, but this party is not settled down very much, and this might not be a great time for it.
Indeed.
Banana bread.
But we go for it anyway. We take the split, looks like. The question is, do we purloin as well? I think it might be too late for that option, however.
No, I think you're right. Guggie going to skip that and go to a window pad. You could see a timeout here. Yep, that's exactly what it's going to be. Guggie, aware of the time pressure, is just going to throw a green timeout up, and hopefully that'll buy him some more time.
Yeah, I absolutely like this decision from Guggie here, just because when you have so little progress at about 2 minutes left in the game, sure, you're not completely like, oh, I need time right now, but you're going to most likely wish you had a time ad at some point in the future. So taking care of your future self, buy life insurance or something. I guess, I don't know. I'm no salesman.
Time insurance.
Time
is money, so therefore you can insure it. Anyway,
what would time insurance look like in real life? Like what would that look like?
It's like an airplane. You know how when you buy an airplane ticket, you can buy the insurance on it? So that way, if it's canceled, then all the time that you invested into your trip is reimbursed. I don't know. Look, it's the weekend.
I think
the one thing that is relevant, though, about the time is that unlike some venues, like, for example, Tagan, the mission density on Modern is probably about as far apart as on any venue in the pool.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Guggie here, we went for a difficult fingerprint off the bar, but was not able to pick that up. So, despite the time ad, we are still in a bit of a lurch for time here. And that highlight has never been stripped down.
No, this feels like a bad situation to be in, and the win chance counter does agree, but we have to fire off this purloin. It doesn't really matter what the situation is, we just need to get the mission progress.
Yeah, there it goes, delegating to a low light here. The question is, does it even take? Because look at how many people are at a bar. There's still 2 people in front, even if the ambassador gets pushed away, which he should be in just a moment. We are going to head into statues, swap it. Who are we framing?
A white swap. No, we're not. We're just trying to get it done behind the conversation there with the bar rush, hoping that Miniorek's attention is distracted. And look at the zoom in, though, on us as...
Oh, it expires.
Yes, that's so painful. If that had gone off, we would be in mission win countdown right now. But it doesn't, and now Guggie's in a situation where, with 30 seconds left, we need a hardtail.
Yeah, and how do you continue from here? We got to go for the bug. It takes, but Miniorek sees it. Okay, he's trying to find the shot.
Can we find the shot?
Wow. Oh no.
I thought there was a chance we might get away with that, if only just because of the difficulty of finding that shot behind the conversation circle. And looked like Minnie was really struggling there for more than a second or two, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, Taft just barely manages to be in range. Like, this is just... this looks like it really should be out of range on this. One thing that maybe Guggie could have considered there was talking to try to cover up the snapback, which is probably the primary thing that Miniorek saw here. But, man, that's just really unfortunate for Guggie there that the purloin didn't come off, because it did not really seem that Miniorek had the swap.
No, I don't think so. Mini never really rotated to check that statue.
Yeah, alright, well... Now, Miniorek up 3-0, playing on the spy side as Disney Mr. A, if you want to go by the letters, but we like our descriptive names, and Track thinks this is Andrew Ryan, but who knows what that is, old man. Alright.
Alright, let's just move past it, because I have thoughts.
You have thoughts. Alright, let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Alright, so Mini's got to be feeling pretty good right about now. Up 3-0 with a bet in a first to 7 situation. It's a great place to be in, and having a green test, green flirt to start things off here will continue that good momentum.
Yeah, 51% to flirt to start us out as well. That might mean we go for the timer flirt and just go for a early, flirt completion without much suspicion, and let the party garner some highlights that Guggie might give out. That would help our chances to win a fair bit, because it helps us cover up our hard tells.
Certainly true. I mean, this is... When you get that early green flirt, right, you have two options. You can...
We have a bug
People
here.
will generally either sit and take the timer, or they'll just bail and cheese it.
Guggie's not really, here. Like, they're finally taking the angle for the bug that Disney potentially has. Maybe just not much threat out of Disney here, but yeah, now finally the angle is, more towards where it would be for the wrong arm bug out of conversation here. But there was a long moment there where Miniorek probably could have taken the bug and gotten away with it.
Yeah, unfortunately not quite in standing bug range for the real cheeky, I don't think you're going to see this bug, but a lot of options for the potential, as you say, the wrong arm out of the conversation here if Mini passes to Windows after this.
Yeah.
Doesn't really look like Mini has any sense of urgency though right now.
Yeah, the ambassador isn't being pushed up by anybody, including by Tex here. Not bothering. So we'll stay until the AI would naturally leave, as any other guest might. And there it is. The ambassador doesn't need to leave. Maybe actually looking a little bit frustrated by the fact you had so long. You're not allowed to look frustrated with your camera.
Well, that doesn't stop most spies, unfortunately. We are going to take the briefcase instead, though, so fingerprints are a consolation prize here.
And the question is, I was wondering if we wanted to go for a fake with the briefcase there, but we don't. Miniorek instead just going for the slower Prince game. This is kind of what I expected from Miniorek. A bit of a slower, more methodical approach with the occasional bout of cheese. And we haven't seen the cheese yet. Hasn't been put on the pizza.
No, well, there's been no need for it yet, right? Like, clearly Mini believes that...
I don't know. I feel like there's always need for cheese on the pizza.
Well, you're being very intolerant to lactose intolerant people, so think about that.
I mean, you can have like vegan cheese. That's not lactose.
Okay, vegan cheese is not real cheese.
Okay, hold on here.
Banana bread.
Cheese is a dairy product by definition.
I have some thoughts. All right, we're gonna have to have some fisticuffs after the stream about this one. I feel like, but in the meantime, Miniorek going out to the outside windows. Probably gonna
briefcase.
Yeah, we're gonna get this briefcase and we're probably gonna put this back into green books. The big question is if Guggie remembers it. Getting this briefcase, it's actually kind of off screen if Guggie keeps just rotating as they are right now. And if we just put this down, we might get away with it entirely, but no, Miniorek deciding to return this, which I think is actually a bit of a mistake.
Well, yeah, I think you're right.
We go for a bug! But
yeah,
did Guggie see it?
That was seen. That was definitely seen. Guggie, okay, there we go. I was going to say.
Yeah, that was just barely had the angle. I think if Miniorek had walked more towards the statues, that's much harder to see. Because we walk straight towards the window here, we're angled such that Guggie has a bit of a better angle in the moment. But if you just walk kind of straight towards this pillar and go around it, that could be extremely clean. A nice attempt from Miniorek, but it doesn't pan out. Guggie able to take the shot after a quick double take, and Guggie is on the board.
Quick thought here. Do you think the returning the book incorrectly, just getting the direct transfer, is a better, higher percentage play?
I'm not sure, because that really depends on how, like how much you think was happening in the party at the time you took the book out, and how likely your sniper is to remember that book. Sometimes I think I'm never going to be able to put this book back wrong. It's just not happening, right? There are some times that I think that because the party's dead, I'm really the only thing to memorize. But other times, the party's going wild, the ambassador's in danger. In particular, I haven't contacted yet. That is when I think, okay, there's a pretty decent chance, especially against some snipers, which I know are a bit weak to it, that I'm going to get away with this. In this case, Miniorek, I don't think the bug is a terrible choice. It's just the execution was a bit off.
No, I agree. Like, that's a bug that wins against a lot of snipers for sure. But in this case, it didn't, unfortunately. And Guggie finally on the scoreboard here.
Yes, and now we are on to Tagan, another venue from the taking shots, I think.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's taking shots. It's taking shots. This isn't in Modern Madness. Guggie on the spy side, playing as Buns, if I can update that. We will get that moving in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And these are some of the venues where Guggie is most likely to pull out the frame game that I talked about earlier.
I think a lot of players tend to be frame forward on Terrace, as well as the other 3 of X's, just because it's so likely for an AI to get to the point where they become frameable, just in general. General, for example, going to statues right now for the early visit. It could be a potential target later on. But meanwhile, we're just hanging out and flirting.
Yes, just the short flirt here. Only a 34%, unfortunately, but you can't always have green tests. And Sped, I think you might want to listen to this because it's very relevant to you as a lawyer. But Miyoko's won a suit to call their non-dairy vegan products cheese and butter against the California Food and Agriculture Department. Thank you, Sentiment HCL, for that one in the chat.
Okay, fine. But if vegan cheese is actually cheese, it's it's the chaotic evil of cheese.
We need to pull out the alignment charts for cheese now.
Yeah, like Gouda's like neutral. Everyone likes Google, likes Gouda.
Everyone likes Google. All right.
Well, not everyone likes Google.
We've changed into a tech discussion suddenly.
Look, between Gouda, Guggie, Google just happened.
What is the lawful evil of cheese? We're being asked.
The lawful evil of cheese.
You're the one with all the cheese opinions. I'm just here. I like cheese.
I do like cheese, which is why I have opinions about it. If you don't have opinions about the things that you care about, then what's the point?
Lots of lowlights here, by the way, in this game. Well, 3 lowlights, but that's a lot for Terrace, and there hasn't been a contact yet. Guggie...
Okay, well, if we're playing the legal card, in some American cheese is not legally allowed to be called cheese because it has to be called a cheese product or something like that. So there.
So American cheese is the lawful evil of cheese?
Well, it might not be. It might not be lawful cheese.
So what you're saying is that because we have legal precedent, vegan cheese is the lawful evil of cheese. While American cheese has to be called a cheese product, so it's the chaotic evil of cheese.
No. Like, there's a lot of legal precedent against, like, the mafia, but no one would call them lawful.
Banana bread.
All right, Guggie.
There's a pearl on that habit, by the way.
I guess we're framing general, and we're contacting for general as well. Instant BB as we join conversation. Miniorek holding the shot.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Safety off. Screw it. We're taking it. Wait, no shot comes off. Mini wanted to take the shot so badly, but just the zoom is in on us. The bug comes out.
And it doesn't even take. Doesn't
Yeah. Oh no, we got it standing, but yeah, Mini having none of it. Really just interrupting our repartee about cheese, which is important to take the shot. Go for one.
Look, cheese is so much. Cheese is so much more important than this. No, but we go for a frame on General, who walks into conversation next to us, and we leave. We don't quite leave with a general talk, which might have been a little bit more convincing in Miniorek's eyes. But Miniorek, impressive hold on that, because General, if you assume General has flirt, is done with missions. So Miniorek seems to be counting flirts, at least to some degree, which is sort of what you have to do on something like 3 of 7 Terrace. So very, very nice hold from Miniorek here, putting him up 4-1, going into the second half of Terrace, playing as Queen with the doggo Olive. Did you know that, Sped? Dog's name is Olive.
I did know that, yes. Unfortunately, Martini is not playing in this set, so we're just going to have to continue our cheese discussion. But we can do that as we start here.
Yeah, let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I'm just glad that Chad is talking about the important things. Wait, what?
Just random safetying off onto General, who is a double agent.
This is fine. Okay. Good, good.
Whoa, okay. What?
Was that just for jamming into the pad there?
Possibly? Is Guggie upset that this wasn't the right seduction target?
Must be. But either way, it's the right shot.
I can't tell if that's a tilt shot or a absolute confidence in your ability to understand bar. But I don't know, bars can get pretty full though.
Yeah, I think that's correct though.
I mean, it ends up being a correct shot, but let's not be results oriented here. That was a little bit
always
early.
result oriented. Get out of here. It was a 6 shot, 4-2 Miniorek. That's the results.
Okay, well, it actually wasn't a 6 shot because we shot Queen, not Seek, but that's okay. Let's move on. We have Pub from the Modern Madness set, Guggie on the spy side playing as Kane after that very, very quick game. I think Guggie heard you say that we don't have all night, and just decided, yeah, Sped, I can do that for you. I can make this shorter. So let's get going in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right. So last time we saw Guggie go for the full frame. Oh, we're going for the bug here.
Wow, it takes 2. That's nasty.
No, did we get away with it?
Oh no, we didn't.
No, we definitely didn't.
Oh, that's. I mean, it is visible for a bug that happens in Pub Time of Chaos. It's surprisingly visible.
Well, it was the problem is we just kind of stopped there, in the middle of the doorway, and it didn't look great. But at the same time, there was coverage, and that's such a nasty spot.
I mean, I don't mind that attempt by Guggie, but that does mean we are just moving on very quickly here. Not much to talk about that game. Spy does bug, Sniper shoots bug, and Miniorek on the spy side playing as Teal here. Let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Alright, well, that's 2 very quick games in a row, 2 very quick Sniper wins in a row. So, Mini, do we slow this down or do we keep up with the rushes, given that we're so far ahead? Looks like we're going to go into the conversation circle with the double agent and the seduction target, so we can get some progress done here. This is the Snipe Arcade, by the way, variant, so short time limit.
Yeah, already down to 2 minutes. It starts with 2:30 on the clock, and we have no progress because our ST bailed on us. Good start.
Yep, and there goes a double agent as well. So, Mini, just
it would have been a good contact,
because,
too.
Yeah, it would have been. So, we're going to pick up a drink instead. This is going to have to be a delegate.
Ooh,
oh, we're cheesing it.
Quick
cheese coming out of Mini.
All right, there it is. Told you. Eventually, we'd sprinkle on that cheese.
This is not spicy cheese, though. Let's be real. This is.
Yeah, that's fair. This is. Oh, we get the stealth highlight too from Guggie. Look at that during the normal rotation.
Yep, very nice. Mini probably thinks that he got that cleanly.
It's hard to say. because I mean
Well,
it wasn't the most inconspicuous thing, but we do
no, not so much. There goes the
instant
delegate.
stop talk.
Yep, delegate goes off. I'm not sure if that was queen. Probably should have left a briefcase there, right?
I mean, if she's not being delegated, sure.
Right.
Yeah, instant
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah,
Guggie was all over
having
that.
none of it. Yep.
Very nicely done from Guggie. And while Guggie has stopped the bleeding, you're still down 5-3, and one more game out of Miniorek means that this could be, you know, at the very least a draw for Miniorek, which goes into overtime. So we do have more 3-7 pub, by the way.
Did they double 3-7 pub, or what's the?
Well, there are two. There's 3-7 pub in taking shots, and there's 3-7 pub in Modern Madness. So,
Okay.
there are two of those, and they decided to do them right in a row. And Guggie even playing as the same character. I'm getting deja vu. My head hurts. Sped. Let's just go. 3, 2, 1, playing it. Oh,
Right,
Guggie going for the same
Here
thing!
we go
No!
again. We pick up the highlight. Oh, Guggie, no, not like this.
Oh, we do it twice, and I think we're just gonna die, at the very least.
But Mini, being of course a mission counter, is just not taking the shot. Probably seen, but no reason to take the shot yet, because how could Guggie be done?
That is true. Unless you're 100% certain here, you'd never need to take the shot. And Miniorek, not 100% certain, but very likely somewhere in the range of 90 to 95.
Oh, you gotta think so, yeah. This feels like Dead Spy walking. But Mini maintaining discipline, taking the bar highlights, as he should, just in case. Alright, little bug path there from Duke, but pretty clearly not a bug, no snapback to be seen. And Guggie really playing this cool now that the missed bug happened in the beginning. Guggie really just relying, no, never mind, going to go pick up a flirt now finally, but it feels like this is too late to get missions done.
Insta-talk also might look a little bit bad from Miniorek's point of view.
Definitely probably true. I think Guggie's been leaning on Insta-talks a lot more than a lot of spies would as well throughout the set. So if Minnie's been checking replays, then he might be aware of that as well.
Problem is we have so much to do and so little time, and we're already a suspect for the bug anyway. Like, you'd have to get someone shot, and that someone getting shot is us, actually.
Right in the peel, those lovely, lovely heels. That is unfortunate. But yeah, as soon as the bug failed, right in the window, the doorway again. This was destined to happen.
This one was a little bit more suspect as an attempt, because you don't have any cover. You're way out there. There's just so many different angles the sniper could have on pub to see this. You can't trust the ambassador to keep walking along with you in this kind of bouncy scenario. So a bit unfortunate there for Guggie, but it just doesn't work out. And Miniorek now 6-3, on the verge of taking the entire set in this next game, playing as Alice or Ponytail.
So okay?
You know,
try that one again.
Either we say Alice and explain it every time, or we say Ponytail. But since I've already said Alice once, I'll explain it when we get into this game. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. So we call this character Alice because she is modeled after the artist's girlfriend, Alice.
A real life human. Unlike some of these other characters who
none of these characters have ever been based off of real life people. I can't find Queen because she's not in this party. Unfortunate.
Yeah, no, this is fine. We're fine. Meanwhile, Minnie also starting off slow here, but a green flirt to start things off will change that very quickly. And Minnie going to bail pretty much immediately and go into the conversation circle with the double agent instead.
Highlight onto both Smallman and us.
Opie, would you like to share your pronouns with?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I can. There you go, chat.
Hey, proud of you. Um, Meanwhile, we got picked up a green BB there as well, so we need one more flirt and then one more mission. Uh, Pub definitely a venue where you can get those two missions done pretty quickly, but let's see what Mini elects to do. It's going to be going for the flirt finish first.
100%. Wow, a 2 green flirt really helping out here.
Yep. And just do we go for the chalk play here and just go for a statue, or what's the solution?
I mean, that would be it's just saying to the sniper, you need to shoot me now. This is kind of what you do if you want to put your sniper to the test, and Miniorek being up 6-3 is happy to put Guggie to the test. Does Guggie stop the incessant rotation to consider a shot? It doesn't look like... Oh, there might be a little bit of a... Oh, there it is!
I was honestly did not think that Guggie was going to find that, but in the end, Guggie just deciding, I have to take the shot. You could tell that there was some hatred of that shot, but it ended up being the correct shot.
Yeah. And I really do like the decision from Miniorek. Nothing too spicy. Just finish and say to the sniper, can you shoot for your tournament life? And in this case, Guggie can indeed do that. So we are going to move on into High Rise. Again, though, Miniorek has at minimum secured the overtime. Guggie needs to win both of these games. And so far, Miniorek hasn't dropped a sniper game. So this could end right here, right now. Guggie playing as teal again. We've seen 3 teals, all like just in the back half of the set. That's a lot of teal. All right, let's get it going. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Do you want to explain the other name for teal as well?
No, because it makes no sense.
It makes all the sense in the world.
No.
I didn't think we were on this pad, but apparently we are close enough to flirt after all.
It does appear that there's some minor spectator bug where the pad didn't light up despite us being on it. Guggie does get that at 32%.
Do you want to talk about this variant, by the way, of High Rise?
Yes, so this is a high-res variant where you have 6 missions instead of the kind of regular 5. However, one of those 6 missions must either be swap or microfilm, so you can't just turn on fingerprints you know, because usually the decision is to either cut Purloin or cut fingerprints. Some people even cut inspecs. But you can't just do that. You have to have at least one of swap or microfilm, and in this case, Guggie has swap on.
Yeah, how do you feel about having Purloin off?
Purloin off is an interesting choice. I prefer it on myself, but if you're Guggie and you like to play for some frames, having the fingerprints might not be so bad. But of course, you can also frame with Purloin.
Yeah, certainly true. It's really just a question of whether you want the party to leave it in RNG's hands a bit more, or if you prefer to take matters into your own hands with the Purloin a bit more. But meanwhile, Guggie doing neither, just waiting, chilling, letting the party do stuff and characters pick up suspicion as we go.
And Guggie bounces off that briefcase that their ST was going for, instead going out to statues or just chill at windows, look out at the beautiful skyline.
It's definitely true. We're down to 90 minutes, though, and 90 seconds, excuse me. 90 minutes would be a long time. Down to 90 seconds, we have very little mission progress to speak of, so Guggie either relying on the full frame at this point, or is going to have to do a lot of stuff real quick. And without Purloin as an option, that's one option for sort of a crash final mission off of our plate.
Just a regular old drink take here from Guggie, and that signals to me that we're not looking necessarily to find a mission complete. This is kind of signaling that frame, and we contact as soon as Kane gets into the conversation here. We saw at least one fingerprint for Kane. Do they have another one in Minnie's holding?
I thought Kane is not done with the third mission yet. I could be wrong, but it definitely felt like Guggie's trying to put the frame on Kane at least.
Kane has 3 prints even right now.
Imagine counting prints.
Maybe that's too many prints for Miniorek. Just willing to hold because of the overprinting.
Certainly possible. I mean, this is definitely one of those cases where a camper like Miniorek, adding some behavioralism to their game can really pay dividends. Guggie going for the bug. Helicopter's
not even-
a bit. We get the second bug afterwards, and we just get shot for difficulty as the time expires.
Yeah, it's we go for the very late rush to try to finish those missions after realizing that Miniorek is not going to shoot our frame target. Unfortunately for Guggie, these frames against Miniorek not working out this time around, and Miniorek's going to take the set.
Yeah. Guggie, though, bringing it back with some fortitude there. I mean, a lot of players could very easily get, tilted, as you suggested early on after going down 3-0, but Guggie held it together and brought it to the last venue.
Yeah, that was very impressive stuff from Guggie, despite the unfortunate result. But we do have Miniorek moving on into the round of 16, facing, I believe it's Rov. So that's going to be an exciting matchup.
That will absolutely be a barn burner.